Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to part 6 of how to build the Statue of Liberty in Minecraft. This is everything we have built so far in parts 1 through 5. If you haven't checked those out, make sure you go do so. There'll be a link in the comments. And in this part, we will be building her left arm holding up the book. And we will also be building a little bit of the back as well. And once again, all you'll need is a ton of prismarine bricks. Alright, and the first thing you're going to want to do is come over here to the flat side right here. And also come all the way up here to the top. And up here you should have this little L shape. And then these 3 blocks diagonal to it. And there should also be these 2 blocks over here. And then this 1 block right here. And this long line of blocks right here. And what we're going to do is skip down 1 block. And place a block right here. Just like this. And then we're going to extend this down by 5. So that should be 6 blocks in total. And then skip down 2 blocks. And then place a block right here. And then place another 4 underneath that. So that should be 5. 6 right here and 5 right here. And then we're going to do that one more time. Skip down 2 blocks. Place a block right here. And then another 5 going down. Or 4 I mean. It should be 5 in total. So 6, 2 down, 5, and then 2 blocks down and another 5 is what you should have so far. And then place another 4 blocks right here after you skip 1 down. So you should have 6, 5, 5, and 4. And then once you've done that, come up here to these 3 blocks right here. And what we're going to do is skip down 1 block and then place 2 blocks right here. Just like this. And place another 2 blocks in front of that. And then right underneath those 4 blocks, place another 4 blocks. Just like this. So you should have this little cube. And then place another 4 blocks underneath that. And then do that one more time. So you should have this. Alright, and once you've done that, come back over here to this thing we built. And what we're going to do is skip down 1 block down to this row and place 2 blocks right here. And then place 2 blocks underneath that, 1 more, and then another 2 blocks just like this. So that should be 8 blocks right here. And then once you've done that, come back over here to those 8 blocks we placed. And all the way down here to the bottom. And then place a diagonal block right here. And then place another block right here. So 2 diagonal blocks. And place another 2 blocks in front of that. And then extend these 2 blocks down by 5. So that should be 6 long in total. And then make sure you do it to this side as well. Alright, and once you've done all that, come all the way to the bottom, down here to these 2 blocks right here. And place 2 blocks right here to the right of it. And then place another 2 more, and another 2 right here to connect it. And then place another 4 blocks right here. And you can also go ahead and fill in this little hole right here. Make sure you place 2 blocks like this. And also place 4 blocks right here, right underneath these blocks, just like this. Alright, and once you've done all that, come over here to this side right here. There should be these 12 blocks. And what we're going to do is skip down 1 block on this side and place a block right here. And place another 4 underneath that. So that should be 5 in total. And then place another 3 right here. And then right behind that, place 2 blocks right here, diagonal to it. Just like this. And then place another block right here. And then also there should be this little gap right here, this little empty space. And what we're going to do is right on top of that space, place a block right here, just like this. And then another 2 blocks on top of that. Alright, and once you've done that, come back over here to these 3 blocks right here. And what we're going to do is place a block right here, diagonal to it, 1 back. And another 3 right here. So 3 blocks diagonal to those 3 blocks. And then you're going to want to raise these 3 blocks up by 4. So place another 4 blocks on top of these 3 blocks. And then once you've done that, come over here to these 3 blocks right here. And then place a block over here, another one right here, and then another one right here. So you're basically connecting this part to that part, like this. So this is what you should have so far. Hopefully this isn't too confusing, but if it is, make sure you slow the video down, pause it, make sure you got everything right. And also, once you've built this little wall right here, place another 2 blocks right here on top, just like this. Alright, and once you've done all that, come over here to this part right here, these 3 blocks. And what we're going to do is place a diagonal block like this to the left, and then place another 2 blocks underneath. And then place another diagonal block right here, just like we did with the first one, and then place 1 block underneath. So there should be 2 diagonal blocks right here. And then we're going to extend both of those out to the left by 3. So you should have 8 blocks like this. And then place 2 blocks in the bottom and on top. So you should have this little plus sign. And right here, place a block just like this. Just like that, 2 blocks right here. And you can also fill in this little hole by placing a block right here. Alright, and once you've made this little plus sign right here, what we're going to do is right behind it, right behind this block, and diagonal to this wall we built, place a block right here, and extend that all the way up until it lines up with this. Just like that. And then once you built that line right there, place another 3 blocks like this going to the left, and then 2 blocks right here, and then another 2 blocks right here, a diagonal block right here, just like this, and then another diagonal block right here, a block to the right of it, and then one more diagonal block right here, just like this. Alright, and once you've done all that, come back over here to this part right here, and there should be this little empty space right here. And what we're going to do is all the way at the bottom, down here in the corner, place a block just like this. Make sure it is 1 out. And then raise that block all the way up until it lines up with that. And then do that one more time to the left of it, but make that 1 shorter. And then place 2 blocks right here. Alright, and once you built all this over here, come over to the front of the build, and over here to these last 2 blocks that we placed. And what we're going to do is place 2 blocks like this to the left of it. So now there should be 6 blocks in a row. And what we're going to do next is skip down 1 block and then place a block right here, just like this, and place another 5 underneath it. So you should have 6 blocks right here, and then skip down 1 block and another 6. And then skip down 2 blocks and place a block right here, and then place 4 underneath. Just like this. And then skip down 1 block this time, and then place a block right here, and then 4 blocks underneath that. So far you should have 6, 6, 5, and 5. And now come all the way to the bottom, down to these 2 blocks, and place a 2 blocks to the left of it, and then another 2 blocks underneath it. And finally, all the way down here, place another 3 blocks like this, 2 right here and 1 underneath, just like that. So you should have 6 blocks right here. Skip down 1 block, 6, skip down 2, you should have 5, skip down 1 and 5, skip down 3, and then 4 blocks, skip down 2 and 3 blocks. And then once you built that, come over here to this part over here. And up here there should be these 3 blocks in this little L shape. And what we're going to do is right underneath that, place 2 blocks right here. And then place another 2 diagonal to it. Just like this. And then place another 2 underneath those 2 blocks right down here. And then once you've done that, place another 4 blocks right here. First place 2 blocks like this, and then another 2 right here, just like this. And then right here, diagonal to these 2 blocks, place a block right here, like this, and then 1 more block right here, and then another block underneath that. So far you should have 2, these 2 blocks, 2 underneath that, and then these 4 right here, and then 2 blocks, and then 1 underneath that. And you're also going to want to place another block right here, diagonal to that, just like this, and another block underneath that. Alright, and once you build all that, come back down here to these last 2 blocks that we placed. And what we're going to do is right here, in between these 2, place a block like this. In between these 2 blocks and 1 down. And place another 2 blocks underneath that. And then right behind these 3 blocks, place a block like this, diagonally, and then another 2 underneath that. And then once again, right in between these 2 blocks, place a block like this, 1 down, and then another block underneath that. And then come back over here to these 3 blocks right here. And what we're going to do is skip down 1 block and then place a block right here and another block underneath that, and then 1 more block underneath that. So make that 3 blocks right here. Alright, and once you've done all that, we're now going to connect this part over to the rest of the build. And to do that, come over here to these last 3 blocks that we placed, and then place a block right here, 1 down and diagonally, and place another 2 blocks underneath that. And then come back here to these 3 blocks and place a block right here in the middle, and then place another 4 blocks underneath this. Alright, and once you've done all that, come back up here to this part over here where there's this little L shape that we built. And right behind it, right here in this corner, place 2 blocks just like this. And then place another block underneath those 2 blocks. And then going to the left, place another 3 blocks right here. And now all the way at the end, right here at this block, place another 2 underneath it. And then come back up here to this block again and skip down 1 block. Place a block right here, and then another 3 underneath it. And then once you've done all that, come back over here to these 4 blocks, and all the way at the bottom, place a block right here going to the left, and then a block underneath that. And then do that 1 more time, place a block right here, and then a block underneath that. And then come over here to these 2 blocks, the one that is shorter, and then behind it, place a diagonal block, just like this, and then place another diagonal block behind that. And then come up here to these 2 blocks, right here, and then right underneath that, place another 2 blocks, just like this, and then place another 2 diagonal to those 2 blocks. Just like that. and then place another block right here to fill in that hole. Alright, and once you're done building all of that, we are now going to fill in the bottom and finish off the book. And to do that, go over here to this side where there's this little plus sign, and down here to these 5 blocks. And also come on into the inside and to these 2 blocks that are one down, and place 2 blocks behind them. And then place 2 blocks right here, and then place another block on the other side as well. Just like this. This is what it should look like. And then come over here to the front side and to this last block that we placed, and then place a block right here, diagonal to it. And then do that one more time, another diagonal block right here, and then a block underneath that, and then one more diagonal block, and then come on into the inside again, and then place another 2 blocks right here, and then one last block right here, one back. And once you've done that, come back into the inside of the book. And back here, there should be these few blocks at the bottom. These 2 right here, 2 over here, and 2 right here. And what we're going to do is extend all those out by 2. So this is what it should look like. And then once you've done that, place 2 blocks diagonal to them, one down. And then do that to these 2 blocks over here too. And do that one more time to these blocks up here. Just like this. And then extend these blocks you just placed by 1. Just like that. So now it should connect with the front part. And you can also fill in this hole by placing 2 blocks like this. And with that, we are done with the book. Alright, and now we are completely done with the book. And before we move on to building the back, come down here to underneath the book. And right here, notice how it's just completely flat. You can leave it like this if you want, but I prefer to add a little more detail, just add something here so it's not completely flat. Here's what I did. I just placed a bunch of random blocks like this. It just gives the build a little more detail. Just fills in this little area, doesn't make it look empty. And you can do this if you want to, or you can just leave it flat. It's all up to you. But if you want to build something here and you don't know exactly what, this is what you can do. So all the way from the top right here, at the bottom of the book, skip down around 2 blocks or so, and then place 4 blocks right here in the middle, and then extend it down by around 20 blocks or so, just like this. And then just turn that into a giant rectangle. And you can go ahead and connect these and fill it in. And then at the top, add 2 blocks right here in the middle, and do the same at the bottom. And this is kind of the outline, and now you can just add a bunch of random blocks on the side. Maybe you can place like a few blocks right here, leave a couple of gaps, and then extend that out. This part is really up to you. Just add as much detail, just a bunch of random blocks. You can even break a few blocks. And also try extending this down a little if you want to. And again, this is just optional. I just prefer it to add a little more detail, and I don't like leaving it flat. And you can even break a few blocks in the middle as well. And one more thing before we start building the back. Right back here, behind this, there should be a line of blocks going from all the way up here, all the way to the bottom. And don't place any blocks on it. Even down here, notice how we didn't place a block on that row. Don't place any blocks over here. We'll be needing that for the back. The only blocks that you can place are those parts up there for the book, but other than that, don't place any blocks over there. Alright, and once you've done all this over here, we can now start on building the back. And what you're going to want to do, come over to this row of blocks that I said to not place any blocks on. And come all the way down here to the bottom of it. All the way down here. And what we're going to do is place a block right here, diagonal to it. Just like this. And then do that one more time. A diagonal block right here. And then place a block in front of that block. Just like this. And then place another diagonal block like this, and then extend this last block out to the right by 10. And then place one more diagonal block like this. And that should connect with this long row of blocks right here. Alright, and we're going to do one last step before we end off the video. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend all these blocks that we just placed up by 38. And this is what you should have so far. It's completely flat right now, but in next video we will add a lot more detail. Just like this, and we can even do a little bit more at the bottom. But for now, this is what you should have. Alright, and that is it for part 6 of how to build the Statue of Liberty in Minecraft. This is everything we have built. We have finished the book, and we did a lot of work on the back as well. And the next part, we will finish off the back, do a little bit more work over here. And we might also start working on either the head or her right arm. And we will also add a lot more detail back here and do a little bit more work down there. But for now, this is it for part 6. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in part 7.